Attempting to watch 1,000 games of football before the end of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I'm going to be ranking every single one to find out which game is the greatest of the season. Today, we are back to covering UEFA European World Cup qualifiers as Italy take on Moldova. Moldova are a team that has recently changed their manager and actually got a couple of decent results since that change. Italy, on the other hand, since coming under the tutelage of Gennaro Gattuso, have looked leaps and bounds better than they did under Luciano Spalletti. And I was really hoping for a dominant performance today from Italy because while I didn't think that automatic qualification to the World Cup was possible, I would still like to see a dominant performance against a Moldova side that we really should be beating. However, frustratingly in the first half, our finishing really let us down. The front two of Scamacca and Raspadori, while in theory should have worked, and did work at times, just really wasn't giving us enough of an outlet, and it showed that we were really relying on our sort of crosses from wide areas today. Not to mention that Italy were missing a number of key names, including the likes of Nicolo Barella and several forward players such as Mosecchia and Retegui, who was on the bench to start, just really sort of gave me that feeling that we were going to be frustrated up top today. And fair to say to Moldova, they did really well to sort of shut out Italy in the first half as we went into the halftime break at 0-0. Now, this theme would continue for the second half. Moldova actually ending the game without a single shot on target. Italy, the entire game, were very defensively solid, controlled the entire game, but maybe just lacked that little bit of technical quality needed to break down the low block of Moldova. And this is where I'd really like to see players like Federico Chiesa coming back into the national team side, being able to sort of break down low blocks in these situations. However, Italy would finally have their breakthrough, but it would take until the 88th minute when Gianluca Mancini finally managed to turn home a header to make it 1-0 to the Italians. Shortly after, Italy would grab a second goal to finish off the game. It would come through young striking substitute Pio Esposito, who had managed to get an Italian first team goal. A fantastic achievement for him and a good win for Italy. Though it was frustrating, yes, they completely dominated the game and did not look like they would even give Moldova a chance to even grab a goal. A very impressive defensive performance from Moldova today, who definitely have a long way to go, but are showing subtle improvement under their new coach. Overall, this game was painful to watch, but glad to see Italy get the result. I'm going to rate it a 4.1.